Hey everyone, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to model another organic mass using SubD tools in Rhino. And we are going to test how to model another AI concept, which is this one. We are going to see how can we model something like this in Rhino. So let's start. So I will start by going to the front view. So double click to maximize the view and drag and drop the image. Choose picture and place it with any scale. Then I'm going to the standard and choose line or polyline and draw a line here. Then click and right click with the command. I'm going to place it maybe something like this to be for the base. I also need to reduce the transparency of this image. So I'm going to select the image. I will hide the iso curve from the properties. Then I will go to the material. And in the transparency, I will set the transparency to maybe 40% or 42 is good. Select everything again and choose move. Open the grid to set this baseline in the x axis. A little bit like this. Close the grid snap. And clearly this shape is symmetrical, so I'm going to draw another line here. The first line like this. Now I think I need to move this image, so I'm going to double click here to minimize the view and double click in the perspective to maximize and move this away maybe 35 meters. Go again to the front view and select everything. Now I need to scale this image based on a reference. So I will set maybe this height to 3 or 3.5 meters. So I'm going to choose scale 3D. Make sure that project is open so we don't snap to a point in the 3D space. Select the first point here, second point, something maybe like this, and type 3. Then right click. Okay, we are going to use SubD tool, so I'm going to use create polyline for this shape and then using SubD loft. And since we are going to use SubD, even if we used polyline, the loft is going to be smooth. So I'm going to draw maybe something like this, type 3 meters, and draw line here. Then Control Tab to switch between view. I will go to the perspective and draw maybe another line here. Take it to maybe 6 meters. Then right click. So we have this line. Now I'm going to offset this line. So type offset. And offset it with a value of 1 meter. So type 1 meter, press enter. Then left click. And this edge need to move something like this, maybe 1 meter also. So this for this shape. Now I need to create another few more shapes for the remaining floors. So I will just select this one, choose copy, and copy something, maybe close the project, copy something like this maybe. And again, let's count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 1, 2, 3 remains 2 objects. I think this can move everything like this, maybe 2 meters. Select these 2 objects, choose copy, and place it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I think I need to align. So when we go to the top view, because everything is aligned already. This line is above this one, and this one is above this one. So everything is adjusted. So I just need to select everything. Let's lock the image. Select the image and type lock, or you can look it from the visibility from here. Now I want to make this point in the base, so I'm going to select everything. Press F10. Select this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. Hold the shift to be able to select multi-object at the same time. Then type set PT and set it to in Z direction and adjust all the points to be something like this. This one too. So select this one, this one, this one, this one, and press F10. Hold shift and select this point, this point, this point, this point, and set point Z. Something like this. This point also need to be aligned in the Y direction. So select everything, set point, put it in Y direction, and set it to this one. So we have our main curves that we are going to use to create the subsurface. So let's go to the SubD tools, choose loft, select this curve, then right click, check the corners, and right click. right click to bring the command again, select this curve, and right click and check the corners, and so on for the remaining shapes. Okay, one last thing. In Rhino, you can set a color for the back face. So by default, you will not find you will find all the faces have the same shade, but we can set color for the back face. So make sure to check this and assign any color to it, whatever you want, just to make sure while we are modeling that all the faces are the normals are going to be pointing to the same direction. So this clearly have a normals pointing to a different direction. So I'm going to select this one and go to the normal and flip all, right click. So now they all have the same, have normals pointing in the same direction. So let's keep creating the remaining surface. Go to SubD, choose loft, select this curve, go to the loft, select this curve, right click and open the corner. So we have our main shapes. Now I can hide this curve, so I don't need it anymore. So select CRV, hold Control to deselect this curve, and Control H to hide these curves, or you can hide from the visibility from here. So now I'm going to use reflect for this object. So select this one, choose reflect, and draw an X here. Let's select this one. I'm using right click to bring the command again. So now everything, I select all these objects and create another, select them one by one again and create another reflect here. Again, and again. Press tab to switch between flat and smooth mode. So now we just need to add a few more edges and start refining the design. So maybe this edge need to move out like this. And we will need to add maybe another support edge here. So hold Control Shift to select sub object, select all these edges and choose insert sub the edge. Let's place it something maybe like this. We might also need to add another edge here to create some kind of curvature here. So hold Control Shift, select this one, and then double click here. Same thing for this. Select this one, then double click here. Select this one, then double click. Select this one, this one, double click. Choose Insert Edge and set the offset mode to proportional and set it here in the middle. So now if we move this like this, we will have some kind of more interesting curvature. I might need to align these points to each other here, so I will move this here like this. Go to Control Z, select this point and move it here. Or Control Z. I will adjust it in the flat mode. So Control Shift, select this one, move it here. Control Shift, move this one here. Control Shift, hold Control Shift and select this one and move it here. Same thing, hold Control Shift, select this point, right click to bring the move command again and move it here. So now I'm going to use the shear command to create this kind of inclination. So I hold Control Shift and select this one, select all these faces. We can just adjust the view something maybe like this and hold Control Shift and select everything like this. Then hold Control and press tab, switch between view, and let's come to the front view, open the project, choose shear, select this point, and start moving it something maybe a little bit like this. Okay, this looks good. Hold the Control Shift, select all these faces, and let's move it away more, maybe 1 meter or 1.2. Click. So we have our slope. And another thing, as you can see, there is some kind of curve here. Let's double click to minimize the view, double click to go to the objective. Right now it is just flat. So to create this curve, we are going to use bend. So again, let's adjust the view to be something maybe like this. Hold Control Shift, select all the faces. Let's choose bend. Select this point, and start maybe adjusting something a little bit like this. And again, hold Control Shift, select everything. I think we need to move it away more, maybe 1 meter again. So now we have our basic shape that we can start adjusting as we want. Also, we may need to create a copy for it in case we need to test different variations. So select everything, hold Alt, and move it away to create a copy. And you may maybe here we try to view difference, moving things away from each other, maybe this out and this in. It is usually better to test different variations for the same design until you get the best result. But let's keep this away for now, and let's resume modeling this one. Okay, so now here for this part, we might need to connect these parts together to have something like this. So select this edge and choose bridge. And let's add a few more segments. Let's move this up, something like this. Hold Control Shift and let's move this a little bit. This point also need to be moved. Let's click here and choose Align to Object and move this point in this direction, something maybe like this. Oh, when I added the bridge, these edges became soft, not creased. So let's select, hold Control Shift, select this vertex and this vertex. Go here and right click to make it crease, hard crease. Also, we may need to add another support edge here. So hold Control Shift and select this edge, this edge, this edge, this one, and maybe this one too. And choose Insert Edge. And I'm not sure why this is going in a different direction. So let's do this first. Insert Edge. Keep it proportional and maybe something here. This one too. Edge here. And this one. So what we are going to do now is to keep adjusting the form. But before so, I want to create the roof here. So I'm going to cap this. So hold Control Shift and double click to select the whole loop. And here choose Fill SubD Hole. Set it to automatic. And here we go. As you can see, we created the roof very easily. And let's keep adjusting the form. So I might speed this part a little bit. I think I first might need to add another edge here. So let's hold Control Shift and select this edge, these two edges, and choose Insert Edge. Let's place this maybe something here. Hold Control Shift and select this. Once select this point, or hold Control Shift and select this point, and let's slide it. So choose Slide and move it maybe up a little bit, something like this. This one too. Right click to bring the command slide again and align it with this one. So this line will be more straight. Okay, now we will keep adjusting the control points until it matches our design requirements. So we can select all these edges. This one, this one, this one, this one, and maybe this one too. Put it down a little bit, something like this. Double click to minimize, go and double click, and let's go to the front view. I think I might move this up a little bit, maybe something like this. Take from here. In this point, need to move down, but align it to object. Something maybe like this. At this point, type move. It's a project and move in this direction. Maybe something like this. Okay, I think this looks good. So now we need to create the slabs or the floors. So we are going to switch to the flat mode and we are going to duplicate edges. So let's select all this edge. 1, 2. and duplicate them. I'm going to isolate everything, so we don't select anything by mistake. And let's go to offset all of them. So select this one, type offset, and offset it by a value of maybe 1 meter would be fine. Offset this one, offset this one, this one. And it's going to create a loft all the two. So let's go to the SubD, choose SubD loft, select this one, and then right click and open the corners. Wait a second. Okay, so here there is a point here. Here there is no point, so we need to add a point here. So both lines have the same number of control points. So I'm going here and choose add control points. Select this one and add a point maybe here. Same thing. This one, a point here, a point here. Let's offset this one too, and let's add a control point here. So now let's create the SubD loft. Go to SubD, choose loft, select this one, and then right click and open the corners. Let's do the same to the remaining. So okay, for this 3 SubD, I need just to flip the normals to match the other. So I'm going to hold Control Shift and select all this edge and type set point, set it in this direction, which is Y direction, and align them like this. Now we can type SEL curve and delete all these curves. I'm going to also use reflect command, all of these SubD faces, and I'm going to create a reflect here also. So now we need to connect these 2 floors together. But I want to see what can we do with this connection. So what if I select this one and maybe extrude it, something like this. And let's align, hold Control Shift, select this edge and type move. Let's align it here, maybe something like this. Let's hold Control Shift, select this one and convert it into soft. Control Shift again, and let's move this maybe here. I'm trying to get some kind of soft connection here. Let's try maybe extruding it one more time. Hold Control Shift and make this smooth. And I think we might need to move this down a little bit and align it with a point in the base. Okay, I think this looks much better. Let's hold Control Shift and select these edges. And let's select these edges too. And let's create the floor and using a fill SubD hole, and set it to automatic. Let's create a bridge between these two. Okay. Okay, this actually doesn't look bad. Maybe this one need to move here a little bit, something like this. Maybe adding a point here. Okay, we are going to repeat the same processes to create the remaining floors. I think we need to convert these edges into hard decrease. So come here and right click. Yeah, this looks better. Let's make this vertex hard decrease. So come here and right click. Okay, let's hold Control Shift and select all these edges. Let's extrude them twice. This is the first time and this is the second time. Let's hold Control Shift, select all of these edges, type set point, set it in Z direction, align them here. And now let's start aligning the point. First, I need to convert all these edges into soft instead of crease. Now I need to align this one here, type move and start moving it till it snaps to this point, this vertex. Same thing here. Snap with this point until it. Let's close the ortho. Snap it until intersects with this vertex. Control Shift. Let's snap it until it intersects with this vertex. and Alt Control Shift and select this one too, and align it with this curve, with this vertex. This one here, maybe. Okay, that looks good. Now let's select this edge 2. And choose fill SubD hole, automatic, and Alt Control Shift and create a bridge between this. Shift bridge. Now let's convert this. Double click, select the whole loop, and let's convert it into crease. So come here and right click. This point, of course, need to be adjusted, something like this. So let's switch to plane and start moving from the side. Here. Let's convert this vertex into crease. Click. Okay, now we have all our floors. All that remains is offset to add thickness, create SubD offset to add thickness to the to everything, and then creating the walls. So, but first I might need to add some edges here. So select this one, start insert point, that point here in the middle, here. Okay, finally we can unlock everything. I'm going just to select everything, and let's move this away for now, or hide it. So let's select everything, Alt and copy it away. Now let's start adding thickness. So select everything and choose SubD offset. Let's select all, offset 0.3 maybe, right click, and here we go, thickness, and we have everything we need. I want to show you also how to create the walls. So to create the walls, we can maybe duplicate this one. So you can go to SubD and choose extract, choose copy. Let's duplicate this. Choose copy, so we didn't need this one. We can extrude this. And now you see this roof is curved. And if we want to make this points projected here, so we can, let's double click here and choose select face boundary, select the top face, click, let's switch the selection to the points and choose project from here, select the SubD, let's disable this one, select the SubD, right click. As you can see, all the points have been projected to this face. So it's closed perfectly. Maybe not so perfectly, but they are closed anyway, as you can see here. We can do the same to create the remaining floors. So let's scheme again, SubD, get it double spaces, all of them, fine. Choose copy, click. Now let's extrude all of them by a value of 2.7. Since we extruded this 5.3 and the floor to floor height was 3 meters. Select all of everything and type mirror, choose copy. Or we can use reflect, but I'm going to do some variations. This is why I didn't want to use reflect. So now if you want this view for different variations, we can select everything, hold Alt and copy, and maybe hide these floors for now. let's make this one and hold Control Shift and start. First, we can cancel all the reflect. So select all of them and right click here to cancel the reflect command. We can now start maybe adjusting things a little bit, moving this side, moving this to the outside, and test different variations the design, and also to break this symmetry to make the form more dynamic. And as you can see, SubD is amazing in editing geometry like this. It's like you can get a lot of different variations in literally no time. Maybe this one to grow up more, something like this. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you later.